A lot of us have gone through life having glimpses into the mystery of our own predicament, of being a human, being a spirit in this material world, being eternal in a temporary existence. Some of us have had these realizations. And I don't know what enlightenment is, but I think it is found in these aha moments where we transcend the sort of temporary experience that we're all in to get a glimpse into something that is forever, to get a taste of the nectar of isness that we are just kind of in. I don't know for sure what enlightenment is, and I don't know if anyone can really say what it is, because I feel like any concept is probably not it. But it's an interesting thing to talk about. In Buddhism, you hear enlightenment being referred to as this sort of divine awakening that breaks you from the cycle of reincarnation. In Hindu philosophy and other schools of thought that stem from the Vedic societies like Buddhism, there is this idea of karma. And karma is a Sanskrit word that means action. We are lost in action, and being lost in action forces us to identify with a doer. It forces us to identify with an ego that is doing something. When maybe these aha moments, or at least one of the aha moments I've had before, is that actually nothing is happening. Or at least, not that nothing is happening, but there's not actually a person behind the wheel. They always say, like, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus has completely taken the wheel. There's no one driving this ship that we're in. Alan Watts said something beautiful once, that he said, there's going to come a day where you realize that the blood flowing through your veins, the breath pumping your chest in and out, and the sunset and sunrise, all of this is one process happening. All of this is the same thing. It's arising mutually. It's not like your life is a happening and there's another happening out there and another happening out there and the universe is a different happening. Actually, every motion, breath, thought, everything that you are experiencing in your life is one process with a star exploding infinite miles away. All of these things are actually interconnected. And that when the Big Bang, if that's what happened, when it exploded itself into existence, you were implied in that. And actually you are the echo of that. The Big Bang is still happening, and it's now in the current stage of, whoa, what the fuck, YouTube, Joe Biden, war in Ukraine, this and that. All of this stuff is the vibration of that karma, of that action. And they say God lost himself in action. Who can say why any of this is playing out the way it's playing out? But it is. And separation has emerged from unity in the universe. It's even implied in the word universe, uni. You think of like a unicycle with one wheel. This is one verse, one thing. You are not separate from the first action of the universe or any action in the universe. You are actually that primordial energy coming on and pretending to be little old you, little old me, little old granny, little old John across the street that pisses me off. Karma is us losing ourselves in the identification of the hallucination that we are separate from all of this, and we are deepening ourselves into ego and living in what here in India they call Maya. And Maya is sort of like, it means like illusion, that we're living in an illusion. that we think that we are who we are. And this is not true. This happens through, well, obviously our natural evolutionary circumstance of needing to eat, needing to procreate, and survive. You can't look at the world as being absolutely one, because you'll just walk into traffic, or you'll go try hugging porcupines. I view karma as being like a spider web, and we are constantly entangling ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper. And the deeper you are entangled in this web, then the amount of energy that's going to be pushed forward for you to work out these attachments, to work out these desires, to realize your nature. You're going to have to go through a process of elimination until you can wake up to who you actually are. And this is what is known as enlightenment, is when you break the chain of karma and you say, okay, actually, I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing anything. I am the eternal stillness in which all of this drama is happening. Because think about your own life. You're just watching your life play out, right? You are the same you behind your eyes, watching all these things change. Even your own body is changing, and you're watching it, but that part of you is not changing. The awareness is not changing. You have the same awareness you've had since you were first awoken into this world. And slowly, everything else around you is changing, decaying, growing, popping like little bubbles in and out of existence. But the awareness remains. So when you can learn to identify with that awareness, which I haven't done, so don't actually listen to anything I'm saying, it's just fun to talk about. When you learn to identify with that awareness, then you can break the binds and chains of karma that keep you anchored to the illusion of the ego, to the illusion of the self. Anyone that's done serious meditation, or anyone that's taken some interesting drugs, may have awoken to this idea where you say, like, oh my God, I am so stupid. I thought I was all this drama. I thought I was all this theater. And in fact, I don't know what I am. I cannot be defined by any language, because language isn't it. Language is just this, what am I, Dakota? Am I this, do I have these hobbies? It's not who I am. These are all just a story that I identify with so I don't freak out in my existence, or so I don't hug porcupines or walk into crazy Indian traffic. So the person that realizes this and that can grab a hold of this realization and actually hold it, not just a fleeting aha moment that we have temporarily when we're just looking at the stars or whatever inspires the moment for us, but actually when you realize it fully, then they say, the Buddha says, and other saints and maybe like Sanatana Dharma, Neem Karoli Baba, Ramana Maharshi, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, these types of people that, in my opinion, were really awakened souls, they say things like, you will merge into everything and realize that you are actually everything. And through that, you never die. You're eternal. You break the binds of reincarnation and you go into that awareness. You go into the eternal, unchanging awareness that we were just talking about, and you live through that state, awakened even outside of the body. And this is my personal opinion. I think that consciousness is not a product of the brain. I think the brain is a product of consciousness in a way. I think the brain is like a radio, and these radio waves are existing everywhere. They're just sort of waiting to be realized. They're just waiting to be tuned into existence. And I think consciousness is everywhere. It's just waiting to be realized and take form in a body. It needs a brain to wake up and experience itself and to have some containment. And when you break the illusion that you are somebody doing something in life, then you break the binds of attachment that keep you from jumping to life, to life, to life, to life, to life, thinking that you are these things. Neem Karoli Baba said, if you die thinking about a mango, you'll come back as a fruit fly. And I don't know if he meant that literally, but it's just sort of like you need to fulfill your attachments. Your thoughts are a measurable frequency. And if you really examine your experience in life, we are jumping through different realms back and forth. Here in the physical world, the dream world, the deep sleep world, the daydream world, all these different arrays of consciousness that we are constantly jumping in. When we are in those, when you're in a dream, you completely surrender your authority to the dream and you say, this is real. When you're here in this world, you say, this is real. You give it complete authority. So we are easily lost in illusion. We are easily confused. We don't really know. We just, whatever we're experiencing, we take on as being real. But the Buddha would say not to get lost in that, but to remain in the stillness, remain in the primordial vibration in which these things are popping out of. There's a saying in Zen Buddhism, I think it's Zen Buddhism, that there's a saying that says, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood and carry water. Meaning, like, you're not going to levitate. Nothing changes after you have this realization. You're still going to be in the predicament that you're in. You're still going to have to eat. You're still going to have to skin potatoes or do the dishes. But you realize that you're not doing anything. It's the sun going up, it's the sun going down. It's the planets spinning around each other. It's the blood flowing through your veins. It's the wind and trees. Nothing is happening. You're just peeling potatoes. You're not even peeling potatoes. It's just the energy of the universe playing out. So they say when you can learn to remove the ego from these situations, and it doesn't mean that you're not going to be an individual still. It just means that you're not living through that. That somewhere in you is truth. And you're experiencing that truth even when you are washing dishes. That's why Ram Dass used to say, be here now. Be here now. Be completely present. Because here, in the present, if you're constantly living in the moment, it's just this. It's just this. You're not... It's revolutionary because we constantly are thinking in terms of the past, our past story. You know, everything that's happened to us before, we say, I am who I am because of these experiences. My parents raised me this way. This trauma created this behavior within myself. But these are just stories that we attach to because we need to have a story, or we feel as if we need to have a story. Because if we don't know who we are, then maybe we'll cease to exist or we'll go crazy. Maybe the whole point of existence is to realize that we are already perfect. Our traumas, all of these things that we go through are happening because we took some contractual agreement to wake ourselves up, to lose ourselves just for the bliss of coming back to ourselves. The breath in, right now we're in the breathing out process. You know, we're in the letting go of all of the shit process. Just so we can experience the beauty of the inhale again. I don't know what enlightenment would look like. I don't know what enlightenment would look like, because it's so tempting to get caught. It's so tempting to get caught in the web and to just keep on being overly attached. How good does it feel to be in love with someone? How good does it feel, almost in a way, even to be crazy over love, over a passion? It's the fuel of the human spirit. But the thing is we are not the human spirit. We are the eternal spirit. And it might take us lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes before we can awaken. You know, when Ramana Maharshi was dying, all of his devotees were like, they would call him Bhagwan, which is sort of like a name for God. They would say like Bhagwan, because they believed him to be enlightened. I also believe him to be enlightened. They would say like, please don't leave us. Don't die. Like, we don't want you to die. And he would just say like, where can I go? Where can I go? I'm already everywhere. I'm not the body. I'm not my body. You guys, did you not listen to anything I said? I'm not my body. I am eternal. I am you. I'm in your heart. I am here and now when you need me. My favorite quote from Nisargadatta Maharaj is, he said, love tells me that I'm everything. I'm all of this. My heart tells me this, that I'm you and you're me. But my wisdom tells me that I'm nothing. And between the two, my life flows. And maybe this is what the Buddha meant when he said that the middle way is the best. A visitor, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read something quickly. A visitor came to, one of the devotees of Ramana Maharshi went to him and said, what should one who is an absolute beginner do for spiritual realization? And Ramana Maharshi responded, the very fact that you put this question shows you know what to do. It is because you feel the want of peace that you are anxious to take some steps to secure peace. Because I have a little pain in my foot, I am applying ointment. And the visitor said, what is the method to be adopted for securing the peace? The conception, this is his answer, the conception that there is a goal and a path to it is wrong. We are the goal or peace always. To get rid of the notion that we are not peace is all that is required. Basically that the ego is constantly trying to become something. We're looking for Zen on the top of a mountaintop. Alan Watts said the only Zen you're going to find on a mountaintop is the Zen that you brought with you. It's already in us. It's already in us. We just need to be, instead of trying to constantly become something. We already have it. We already have it. And Ramana Maharshi was, a poor, naked Baba that was just sitting around a mountain for his whole life. And this person responded to him saying, all the books say that guidance of a guru is necessary. And he responded, the guru will say, and he said that the guru will say only what I'm saying now. He will not give you anything you have not already. It is impossible for anyone to get what he has not got already. Even if he gets any such thing, it will go as it came. What comes will always go. What always is will alone remains. Let come what come. Let come what comes. Let go what goes. See what's there. See what remains. Let everything go. All these conceptions we have in life, let them go. I can't do it personally. I've tried. I am trying. It is as simple as he says it is. But it's easy to get distracted. The guru cannot give you anything new which you not already have. Removal of the notion that we have not realized the self is all that is required. We are always the self, only we don't realize it. And when he speaks of the self, he once said God, guru, and self are the same thing. So you are the teaching of the guru. You are the essence of God, and you are the eternal self. Ramana Maharshi suggested as a spiritual practice to constantly inquire into the root of the thought I. Every time you have this thought, oh, I'm pissed off. Oh, I'm so starving right now. Oh, fuck, I'm late. Trace this I thought to its root. Who is this I? Are you late? No, you're not late. Are you pissed off? No, you're not pissed off, because what comes will go. Find what remains after you let everything go. So I don't know what that experience looks like. Again, he said that your duty is to be and not to be this or that. Your duty is to be, period. Not to be this or that. I am that I am sums up the whole truth. The method is summed up in the words, be still. What does stillness mean? It means destroy yourself. Because any form or shape is the cause for trouble. Give up the notion that I am so-and-so. All that is required to realize the eternal self is to be still. What can be easier than that? Our entire lives, our entire culture has severed us from being able to do these things, to do these practices. The thing about these Vedic cultures is that they had systems, communities, and guidelines and spaces for these practices to be nurtured into realization. Where can we do this in our society, in our Western world of consumerism and egomania, which is fun, which is also why we're here. You know, you're a human being. What's the problem? You know, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's why we took birth. You know, we took birth to become attached, to have the beauty of, I love my mom. I don't want to destroy all these things that I love, but I'm going to lose everything I care about one day. It's all temporary. Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita said, life is for that which is already dead. I am going to be dirt more than I'm going to be me. So, somewhere, somehow, we are enlightened already. So I don't know what it looks like. Maybe this is what it looks like. Is just simply the now. Thanks for watching.
Did you know that Lord Shiva listened to high tech?